What's her name?
Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Hi, sweetie. All right, let's talk about generator mods. Now, this is specific to me. Do what you want. Like I always express in my videos, do your own research. Take advice, read, listen to some videos and just gather the information and then decide for yourself. Always decide for yourself. I usually try to split my mods between my tank and my DPS because I'm a strong DPS, but I always want my tank to be stronger. My generator mods, I feel like are evenly split. I hate that I have to like just walk past him. I think it'd be really cute if they would allow us to like pet our pets. That'd be so cute if I could pet him. But anyway, so let's break down the mods in a generator, right? You want to have urgent war fronts, Gotham and Metropolis, and bases and league halls. Now, depending on the way you play DC, you might not need these. I'm not in a league and I don't be going into other people's bases. So this mod does nothing for me now. Gotham and Metropolis. If you're not Once you get to a certain level on DC, there's no point for you to go to Gotham or Metropolis. So once you hit a certain CR, you'll find that Gotham and Metropolis, there's no reason for you to be there. We used Gotham and Metropolis back in the day because we used to run such content that made it so that we had to teleport back and forth. There are raids that are going to make you have to go back and forth from Gotham to Metropolis. So that came in handy back then. I don't use that now unless it's a seasonal event where I have to go to Gotham or Metropolis. I mean, it doesn't matter. And then even if there is an event, you just go to the map and it'll be here in the location, in the warp location. So now the mod that you want to make sure you have, because if you do have a teleporter in your base, it's imperative that you have urgent war fronts because this mod, once installed in your generator, the following locations are added to your teleporter's list of destinations, okay? For health and power, like I said, it depends on your role, it depends on how you run your character. That's why it's imperative that you figure it out for yourself. Take some advice and apply it where you need to. For me, my main goal is for my tank to have a lot of health and for my DPS to have a lot of health because the goal of a tank is to be healthy, right? So you always want your tank to have a lot of health anyway. I want my DPS to have a lot of health because she's kind of squishy. So the more health she has, the less likely she is to be one shot. So I can get hit by a boss but not die because she has so much health. So that's a win-win with the health mods. And then I put dominance here for support because, like I said, my tank comes first. I make sure that I put Dom here. I was thinking Resto, but I get Resto in other places. And then in my skill points, I sacrifice a little bit of Dom. And so I make up for that with these mods here. Offense, I put Might because this is where I give my DPS a little bit of grace. So basically, health and power and support are for my tank. And then, so I'll just put might here for my DPS side. And then I split my affinity mods between my DPS and my tank. So these two are for my DPS. My DPS will benefit from those two. And then these two are beneficial to my tank. So I try to go half and half. I try to make sure that my DPS isn't being left out, but I try to also make sure that my tank is ahead of my DPS. So for my DPS, I'll put gain 1% might. And then for my tank, I have a group breakout mod and then a mod that contributes to control resistance. So these two mods are beneficial to my tank.